Hello, hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this Tarot Live. So it is coming up on the weekend, so I thought I would tune in and see what our weekend energies are going to be like. So this is going to be more like the weekend energy report. So let's see what we've got going on here. So I'm using the Oracle of the Shapeshifters by Lucy Cavendish, as well as the Spirit of the Animal Oracle by Jody Bergsma, both amazing decks. And just as a little clarification, we've got the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. So let's get started here. Let's see what we've got going on. The only messages that I have to bring through in terms of a channel just before we get started are I'm really feeling the energies of new insights coming in. So it is important to stay connected to your guides, your archangels. If you have developed a relationship and you have been opening up your intuition and allowing that connection to grow stronger, then there should be some extra potent messages coming through for you at this time. So, for example, for me, I kind of reached out to Archangel Michael and I've been talking with Archangel Michael a little bit more, and then received a couple confirmations in various different circumstances that indeed Archangel Michael is working with me at this time. So very interesting synchronicities and reassurances coming through in terms of your regaining trust and building faith with your team again, with the universe, and with your own inner compass and your own intuition, because there's been so many challenges and huge karmic cycles and big soul contracts, and things are still settling out. And so it's really important to regain your footing, regain your trust in terms of your own path and your own power and purpose. So with regards to that, I do feel like there could be some breakthroughs happening. You might have a shift in mindset. You might feel that your, emotions might be more easily navigated at this time. If you're the type of person that really holds back because you've been hurt in the past, betrayal and been through a lot of grief, then you might find you're just slowly going to be opening up that heart. And if you're the type of person who's usually really, open emotionally, you might find that you're able to better communicate. So you're better able to bridge the gap between your mind and your heart. And so really you're starting to see the changes that have been happening within you over the last couple months to a year to, 5-10 years, depending on your level of awakening. Is this your first, second, third, fourth, fifth awakening, and where you're at in your soul path? So for me, I feel like this is my second awakening, and it's been really challenging, but I do feel these new energies like knocking at my door going, are you ready for this? Because it's totally new, it's totally foreign. And it's the feeling of being a very small fish in a big pond instead of feeling like that big fish in the little pond, right? So very interesting, subtle energies here towards movement and towards action, whereas we've been in a little bit of a holding pattern. So continue to work towards clearing your own blocks. And remember, what we've been focusing on is as soon as you start becoming hyper-focused on someone else and what they have to do, turn the spotlight back on yourself and go, oh, okay, what can I do actually to retain my power and move through this situation? So do I need to communicate? Do I need to, meditate? Do I need to go for a run? Do I need to reach out to other friends, family? What do I need to do for myself to actually move myself out of these energies instead of relying on other people too? So very autonomous energy, independence, really strong, but also this energy of truth in terms of who you love and what your priorities are and how love can actually, and community and being a part of the bigger picture can actually really propel you forward in your personal goals. And that's been this key that's been missing, is everyone thinking that they have to do it themselves And even in terms of being an entrepreneur in business, well, you might have kind of been like, no, I can do this all by myself. Whereas now you're like, oh, you know what? I might kind of like get together with some other entrepreneurs, see what they have to say. What types of things did they do? Because we're in the energy of non-compete. So the competition, the jealousy, the envy, that energy is starting to dissipate and dismantle as we move forward and we understand, okay, each of us are unique. Each of us has something to bring to the table. And so we actually can work together. I can work together with other tarot readers. I don't have to be, in a competitive energy or mindset with those readers, because there are people who will be attracted to me and there will be people who are attracted to them, because we each have a powerful purpose. So there's no need for that. You might find that spills out into your relationships and your friendships, where if you got sucked into drama before, those types of situations where it might have played on an insecurity of yours or a trigger of yours from wounds from the past, you might be recognizing now that you're going, no, not interested. I'll sit this one out. You can deal with your stuff. Or I'm simply not going to engage in that level of energy. If you come back to me with energy that matches where I'm at and isn't involved with gossip, isn't involved with manipulation or games, then I'm there, right? So it's really a very supportive energy of people moving towards their goals and their purpose, letting that ego bullshit slide in terms of thinking that you can do it all by yourself, and looking at the potential opportunities of working together, whether that's in business relationships or whether that's in romantic partnership. There's going to be some really amazing things that blossom out of actually just letting go of that solo kind of energy and recognizing that the universe is putting people in our path who are here to help us expand and really take it up to that next level. So there might be some really awesome partnerships and there might be some awesome co-creations that are just kind of starting to sprout. So this isn't going to happen fast, I don't think. Well, for some of us it could, depending on where you are. But for many of us, this is something you've recognized already, and it's slowly starting to sprout and blossom, and you're starting to get guidance. You're starting to get kind of energetic frequency hits that there is something new, there is something fresh, or there's a new perspective that's going to give you a different angle on a relationship, or where you've been thinking about something in one way, your mind is going to branch out. Instead of just linear thinking, you're going to see things in a much different perspective, a more expansive perspective. So some really great, fantastic energies starting to come in after very challenging, difficult, dark, heavy times. So you might want to rush straight into something. Just remember, take your time. And if you're working with others, remember, we've all been through it. So if other people need just a little bit of time, a little bit of space, just honor yourself and honor them. So meet your own needs first, put yourself as a priority, and then be open and just kind of start to bring the walls down again. Start to bring those guards down so that you can let that free flow of energy come in. Okay, so that turned out to be a little bit of a longer channel than I anticipated, but that's okay because we do need this guidance heading into the weekend. So let's see what the cards have to say. Let's get in there. And if you're new to the channel, please say hello. So feel free to comment. And if you relate or you've been seeing similar synchronicities, that would be wonderful. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. I'm trying to grow my community and I haven't been on here for long. So as you understand, it takes a little bit of time and energy to build a foundation, and that's what I'm doing. So thank you so much. If you like, share, subscribe, that means a lot to me. And I also do have a donation link that I'll put at the bottom of the video. So if you ever do feel like you want to donate, then I do have a PayPal account set up for that, but it is not expected or necessary. So I do appreciate all those donations. This is a great little message that we have starting off. So Friday's energies. So today's energies heading into the weekend, we've got the Deer and love. So I don't know. I think you guys can feel this. There's some opening of the heart chakra. There's some opening and expanding of those energies, even though we really have been feeling contracted and kind of guarded. There's just something happening. There's something, maybe it's a little, maybe you can really feel it strongly, and maybe it's just, on the edge of your awareness. But I do feel that this energy is starting to wrap around us, kind of like a little bit of a blanket here. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. So this one, going into the weekend, we're really asked to be honest with ourselves, be very gentle with ourselves, because that's part of the reason why we're asked to go slowly here. Because we've been through so much. We've had a lot of learning, a lot of awakening, and much of this has been happening on the internal landscape. So you might not necessarily have a new house, a new car, or anything necessarily to show for all the work that you've done in terms of external material possessions. But you sure as shit have gone through major transformations within yourself, within your mindset, how you see life. And you might feel a little stalled right now. As I was saying in the channel portion of the video, you might feel like, like frozen. So, there's fight, flight, or freeze in terms of psychological behavior when something happens. And with everything going on in the world, a lot of us have actually just frozen. And it was just 11:22 on the timestamp, so that might be an angel number and numerology reassurance for someone here. But if we're in that frozen state, like, okay, I've done everything I could. This is the end of a huge cycle. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's going on necessarily. You have a certain level of awareness, but you can't see past a certain point on the horizon. And that might not be normal for you. I'm experiencing that too. So I know a couple things, but they're very close to the chest. So I'm not really willing at this point to, this is what I'm going to do, because I'm still in that energy of the mystery and going with the flow and letting this unfold in its due time. So if you guys are in that freeze state as well, just know this gentle energy, it will help us begin to open up our heart, open up our minds to new beginnings, to new friendships, to new, reconciliations, to transformations of friendships, because those energies that have been wiped out, they are going to be replaced by energies that are going to be continuing to help us on our path. So this whole journey is about evolution, lessons, growth, shifts, expansion. And so those who have helped us and are not part of our path necessarily anymore, they're not going to be necessarily engaging as much, and they might simply drop out. But you will have new people coming in. So it is important to have that energy to begin to open. So even if it's a slow process for you, of course, building trust and working with healthy boundaries and putting your energy where you're appreciated is really important. But this beautiful, lovely energy of gentleness and the dear and self-love, where are areas that you can continue to love yourself. So just focusing on this weekend today, maybe drink extra water, instead of going to, hey, Kathy, McDonald's. This is something for me when I'm feeling really worn out and depressed or anxious about things and just tired or exhausted. I tend to go to those more lower energy and easy kind of temptation, distraction. So if I go to McDonald's, it's a distraction from my commitment to my own health. Of course, I'm not saying you can't do this, but just for me personally, I know that one of the things I worked on was investing more money in more healthy foods instead of being in that poverty mindset of, I'll just get the shitty food that's the least expensive. Now, if I'm in that position where I don't want to make myself dinner, I'm tired, the least I can do for myself is invest in healthy food instead of going for like the lowest form I can get. So whatever that is for you, it's not going to be the same. For you, it might be exercise. It might be who you're spending your time with. It might be drugs, alcohol, or what you go to self-soothe. So just be aware, be gentle, and treat yourself with kindness and compassion today, and really be strong in your self-worth. So seeing the love and the power in yourself, but also seeing the love and the power in others. So if you're looking at other people as weak and pathetic, turn that around and see the strength in them too, as you see the strength in yourself. So here we go. So as clarifier for this Deer card, we have the Kitsune. And so it says, I will show you whom to trust, number 2. So right now, you might be getting downloads or insights on who to trust in your life. If there's something that's nagging at you, you aren't letting it go. You're going, nope, I want to know the truth. If it hurts, it hurts. I want to know the truth. So you holding that intention is important, because on the other side of it, other people are going to be wanting to tell that truth because it's burdening them. So if you're holding that truth with a loving intention to provide clarity, healing, grace, peace, balance, then that energy is being shown here as coming through. It's been heard, and you may get some answers in terms of the truth that you have been searching for. So the Kitsune energy is also this kind of little fox energy. So, foxes can be kind of sly. So this might be a little bit of a roundabout reveal for you. You might have been waiting on this energy for a very long time, going, universe, like, I want to know the truth about this. And the universe has kind of been saying, well, there's many truths about this. So we will lead you to what you need to know at the right and perfect time. So the Kitsune can also be something that you see like out of the corner of your eye as a flash of light, golden energy, of course, like lighter brown energy. And it's really saying spirit will lead you to situations. You might overhear conversations that make you think. You might be called or, guided to make a move, take an action, and out of that action comes some revelations. So just hang tight here and stay in the energy of love. Stay clear of those ego energies at the moment, because the Deer is quite a beautiful, gentle energy to stay in while we're working on seeing those truths within ourselves and within others and the truth of a situation. So let's see what we've got for Saturday. What energies do we got for Saturday? I got my nails done, and it's kind of funny because I don't usually get them done, but I can't really pick the cards up very well. So Heron, patience. This is really cute because on my Facebook feed, I saw one of my friends found a heron feather. So this is a double confirmation for me today. So patience, what I was talking about in the beginning of the video. It says, create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently toward your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So as I said at the beginning, if you're trying to rush something, then Spirit is just saying it might be wise to just take it slow. So keep your communication lighthearted. Focus on that gentle, loving, graceful energy, because we're all a little worn out right now. And so we don't want to be playing into those traps of rushing, so instant gratification, whereas where we could be taking it slow and steady and being gentle, loving, kind, lighthearted is going to bring us more rewards than rushing straight to the finish line here. So hold tight, because we've got some beautiful energy backing us up here. And for this weekend, you might have plans, or you're still working on whether you want to engage with people, or if you want to spend some time alone. Do you want to go camping, go into nature? So just kind of check in with yourself, and just know if you put an invitation out and someone says, no, sorry, don't take it personally, because, these other people are in this energy too of, okay, well, do I have the energy to spend with people right now and be social? Or am I just kind of going to go in and be still and look inwards? So just honor your choice, honor other people's choices this weekend in terms of whether they commit to spending time with you or not. And to clarify that, we have little brother, little sister, siblings, younger friends, and responsibility, number 40. So this one could say that you might be asked to, look after someone's dog, or you might be connecting with someone on a different level. This could be a lot of inner child work. You might find that this weekend actually brings up some inner child energy for you. So you could actually find that if you do engage with people or you do put an invitation out there, it might be really worthwhile to set the intention of playfulness, of laughter, of lightheartedness, like really going into it like, I just want to have fun. Like these are the dog days of summer kind of thing. Like if you do want to come out and hang with me, it's going to be lighthearted. Like bring a book, do your own thing, but maybe we could go for a hike or a walk or have a beverage or whatever it is for you. Just really keep that intention of lighthearted, optimistic, supportive energies. So you may have someone, though, that you might have to look after or kind of look over during the weekend. It could be an animal, could be a sibling, a friend's son, daughter, that type of thing. So let me just take a quick peek into that card because I don't see that one often. We'll see if there's anything that I missed. So it says you could be given a task or responsibility involving younger members of your own family or be asked to mind other children, pets, or creatures. There will be expectations on you at this time to be responsible and mature, and you will be cast in a caring parental role for a time. While this could have its moments of frustration and annoyance, there will be rewards. This is actually the second message about rewards within the same message, because the heron at the very bottom here, it says patience will bring you rewards. So maybe we have an extra message here of being patient with those who are maybe a little less mature or younger than us. So it says you will discover your abilities to lead and show authority, to set boundaries, to be a disciplinarian, to inspire others, and to teach others to be stronger, better people. At times, there will be much joy, laughter, and sweetness because of the funny things that take place. So maybe it is this perfect time to really let your inner child out and play. Go blow bubbles. Go, buy a pool noodle. Go, whatever used to bring you such joy when you were a kid about summer, and maybe play into that energy a little bit. Go to a river, go swimming, go swim around naked. So it says, as you grow into a role you may not have asked for, you show how strong you are. You may also make a sacrifice for a younger person and take up a duty, chore, or burden that did not fall to you in order to spare another. This is a heroic aspect in this card. It may not be immediately obvious to you or others, but you will be able to truly make a difference. Make the best of this opportunity to grow into the role of elder, wise one, and leader, even if you didn't ask for that. So we do have some people who are watching or catching the replay who are going to be stepping into a leadership role, even if they don't really recognize that. So it might be a very subtle way to do that. So, all right, Sunday. What do we have for kind of Sunday, moving our energies into the following week here? Ooh, this one's fun. Peacock, vibrancy. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. So I did talk about this a little bit. If there's competition energies, no, just back out. Like, it's not worth your time. It really isn't. If you need to fight for someone, or if you need to go head to head with someone, is that really, just ask yourself, is that really the best use of your energy over the weekend right now? So if something does crop up, this might be one of those times where you learn to disengage instead of engaging. So you might be one of those people who are like, no, I'll engage. And that's fine. But just know that, it does say practice humility to avoid jealousy. So Focus on yourself, focus on your strengths, your powers, and your worth. Because if you stand in your worth and an issue comes up with regards to jealousy or envy, then if you really sit in your value and you really go, okay, well, I'm worthy of not having to engage in this bullshit, then you won't. But if you decide to, then be ready to take responsibility for the consequences of that energetically. So shine your truth and your authenticity. So you might have a choice to shine in your ego and your, what's the opposite of humility? Arrogance. So you could do arrogance or humility. You can shine your light, or you can kind of create a little bit of a vortex that's bringing people in, but not really for the greatest of reasons, right? So in that victim energy, or are you in a creator energy this weekend? So a peacock is awesome, right? Because it really does display that beautiful energy. It also kind of suggests some mating energy as well. I'm just going to throw that out there. That we might have some kind of sexy energies happening between a couple, someone that you really care about. So flirt, have fun, kind of enjoy that lighter side of love this weekend. Don't get too serious about maybe it's not the right time for those deep conversations. You might be able to talk about things if they come up naturally and they flow naturally, but it doesn't seem like it's conducive to those big, huge, if it happens naturally, that's fine, but don't go digging for that, because that isn't in that playful energy. It's not in that really kind of light, gentle energy either from the deer. And the universe is saying, trust that the truth is coming. You don't necessarily have to control it. It will find you. So what do we have in clarity for the peacock? One last thing for the peacock, saying if this energy of stagnancy or just being at a different phase, somewhere different that you've never been before, you might feel blindsided, you might feel a little bit blinded, like you have some ideas about your life path and where you want to go and what's important for you, but you might not be seeing much in your manifestations in terms of the physical reality, like I mentioned before. So it is saying be grateful for life and more good things will come. So just try to be grateful for those things that you do appreciate in your life right now, and focus on that more than the fear of what's to come and the fear of what you don't have right now. Ooh, hello, shit. Oh, shit. So this one, I've got this one before in my own life, and this is hence my reaction. So, and what's kind of funny too is with a deer, okay, this is interesting. Well, I'm just noticing like two. So this one has two kittens. It says you must choose. So we do have a crossroad here, possibly even this weekend. So if you're waiting for something, the universe is giving you a slight heads up here. It might actually be coming down the pipe this weekend. So one thing I just noticed as I was, goofing around there is that all these cards here have two. There's two deer, there's two heron, there's two peacocks. There's this woman and the kitsune. And with these, there's two little dragons and there's two cats. So I'm going to read this one out because this one is an intense one. And there might also be something to do with blue eyes. So you have blue eyes, or this person has blue eyes. We do have those beautiful blue Siamese kitties and this chiquita here. So let's see. This also resonates to number 9. So we've got something ending. Something has to end because there's something beginning. And, if you feel triggered by that, then just remember that things can end within something. So you can be ending something within yourself and beginning something within yourself. So if you panic and you're thinking, oh, this is about this situation, bring back that gentleness, bring back that patience, and bring back your own vibrancy and colorful energies to that situation. Stay clear with your commitment. Stay clear with your intent. Don't let these energies shake you, okay? So stay strong with what your heart is telling you. But here we are. You must choose. The magical being is holding tight two beautiful cats. Both of them offer her growth in her femininity and independence and satisfaction on many levels. Both of them are very young, very tender. She feels nurturing and protective towards them both. How can I put one down? She asks, torn. She is being asked to choose between the two, to separate one thing from another, and she is shocked that she must make this choice. When this being comes to you, tune in. Ask yourself, your body, what it wants to do. Make a decision. You can no longer go on at this point attempting to walk in two directions at once. And that which you most fear causing pain will not happen when you choose. Cats are about our independence, your ability to leap high and to make it through many tricky situations. Choose now, will help you make an important choice. So you are having trouble making a decision. You can't see which one to choose, which way to go. Both seem equally good or equally flawed. We have come to show you the difference between two choices. You know you can take only one road at this time, and you know you must trust that which you leave behind. That which you are telling yourself you are abandoning will be safe and cared for. You will make it through this choice without feeling agonies of guilt. You will. The universe trusts you to make the right choice. Feel it. You can now choose between seemingly indivisible ways. There will be a solution to this impossible situation. Put one choice out of your mind and move on with the other. There will never be a wrong choice. The only incorrect action at this time will be trying to do or have both. The other that you leave behind will not feel abandoned and angry as you fear. It will be safe and will not be harmed. It will find the perfect place and person to be with. Your test is to choose one now. You cannot hold both and do what must be done. Trust. In this case, it is up to you to choose, and the loss you fear is in fact a freedom. Time will prove this. For now, put one thing down and choose the other, or no real growth can take place. So that is pretty intense. Like I said, that's why my eyes bugged out of my head for that one. Universe is saying if we're trying to juggle two things or two people, even if you guys are in that situation, it's really important to cut off what you know is you're settling for, or just what's not bringing you happiness or joy, or it's not supporting your purpose, and move to what makes your heart feel open, where you feel at home, where you feel at ease, where you feel lightheartedness, a connection. I would recommend choosing with your heart and your soul and your body. So if you think about this and you meditate on this today, if you bring a person in mind or a job opportunity, if you have two on the table and you're trying to make this decision by Monday or Tuesday, etc., see, does your body, do you get acid reflux? Do you get a little, tightness in your solar plexus? Does your belly get upset, or your stomach? Do you get indigestion? Like, try to kind of, in this choice, because we have it as clarity for the peacock, in kind of strutting your stuff and showing your vibrancy. Which choice has you showing your vibrancy more? Let's see, which choice is stepping away from jealousy and practicing humility? How are you being true to yourself and recognizing your brilliance? So which choice recognizes your brilliance more so than the other? So it may be that this weekend does actually bring us some answers here. And we have been very patient, and that's what Saturday is kind of showing, patience in terms of these answers and this clarity that is coming through. So even if the patience isn't involving what we've asked to get this truth on, the patience might be actually resolving it and sitting with it, because it might lead us to have to make a choice here. So this could be a very powerful weekend, guys. I did pull 2 clarifiers, so let's see what extra energies we have. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So if you guys have been feeling connected to ancestors, guides, archangels, connected to people who you know now, you know in your heart, there's not much more resistance about it, that person is a soulmate, like a soul bond at least, where you just know, you feel connected and you've accepted it now. You're not going to fight it anymore. You just know that that person was a part of your path and you've come through a lot of challenge and difficulty, but you can see that you have gratitude for that person in your life and how they've helped you grow. So definitely seeding new foundations, seeding something for the future here, laying foundations within the divine plan, and are finally get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So lighthearted, child energy, definitely time to connect in with nature. So we've got a lot of beautiful, beautiful, amazing messages here today. So I think that's everything. I'm going to gear up and take my lovely, amazing dog out for a walk today because it's a little bit cooler out. So I'm excited because I've been out in the sun quite a bit, as you might be able to tell. I don't know. So you guys take really good care of yourselves. There's not too many on the live right now at this minute. So if you do want a very quick card pull, personal card pull, just put yes, please in the comments. And this is something I do quite often if you're new to the channel. At the end of the reading, if I have time and energy, I will pull personal cards for you if you want one. So all you have to do is put yes, please in the comments and I will pull a personal card for you. And that's just something I like to do to give back to the community. So once again, if you are watching and if you have enjoyed this content, please like, share, or subscribe. And if you want to put that notification bell on, you can find when I come online because I am a little bit, switching things up a little bit here, playing with pick a card readings and that kind of thing. So I might not be on my regular schedule just for a little bit longer here. So we have Kathy and Stacy. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull a card from, actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I was going there and then my guys were like, nope. So never mind. So I'm going to pull from this deck, the one that I use quite often, which is that Work Your Light. So this one's going to be for Kathy. Kathy, what is your message going into this weekend? What do your guides and your higher self want you to know? So your message is trust your path. And it says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? And this one links back into those trust issues that I was talking about at the beginning. And I'm going to leave that out for Stacy, just so you know, so you won't get that one. Yeah, building trust with yourself, building trust with the universe. Again, if you were to trust your path, so if you trust that you're supported, what would you do? So maybe that is in connection with the general reading, with something that's going to come up over the weekend in terms of, where we want to head and in what direction do we want to head. And that might be something to consider for yourself, is if you felt supported, what would you do? Because you might not feel that support right now. So, Stacy, let's see what your message is from your higher self and your guides. Here we go. Ooh, boundaries. So this one is coming up. That one's a powerful one. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? This could be in connection also, what I was kind of saying with the peacock energy, and it is saying don't get involved in, like, if someone's trying to make you jealous or manipulating, no, we're so done with that energy. But you can find yourself there, because as we're transitioning from one phase to the next, some people will just be slowly disengaging with those old behaviors. If they are meant to stay in your life, you kind of should have a good intuitive idea of if that's possible or not. And but this weekend it is saying be strong with your boundaries. So if someone wants to do something and you're a people pleaser and you want to say no, but you say yes, just watch that and just really be in tune with what you want to do. So if someone says, hey, let's go for coffee, and you're like in your hermit mode, no, thank you so much for the invitation, but I'm totally doing my own thing today. I would love to get together another time. So that's your message there, Stacey, is just to hang in there with those boundaries and continue working on those healthy boundaries and communicating effectively what you want and what you need. So that's really fantastic, quite beautiful. So thank you guys for joining in again. Like I said, I'll try to always give you a heads up, but I might not be on the full regular schedule just for a little while until I get back into the swing of things. But I am also trying to do some other fun things. So I might be doing little extras as well. So stay tuned. I'll try to either have that on Instagram at Mollie Kindred, or of course on my Facebook page, Kindred Heart Tarot. Feel free to of course, wander over there. You can check out my prices and you can book online for a private session if you want on my Facebook page. So thanks again for tuning in. Have an amazing weekend, and hopefully this helps you navigate some of these energies, and hopefully you're also feeling a tiny bit of that supportive energy that I'm just starting to feel too. So take care, you guys. Thanks again for watching, and ciao for now. Bye.